Hello everyone, once again, Professor Rousseau, class in session on Apostrophe podcast. Today's class talks about another type of insurance. We will be talking about AD&D. AD&D is accidental death and dismemberment. Two main words that explain already what AD&D is accidental death and dismemberment. To make it easier, the main question right now we are wondering what is AD&D and when exactly does it come to play and why do we need it? For us to understand it, let's use the first word, death. Sometimes things happen. We don't die naturally. We don't die because we are old, because we are sick, because we have cancer. We die because we are in accident, which means death, those type of deaths come in few different ways. Some of them are from natural causes, such as dying of a heart attack, old age, or cancer. But also they can be accidental. And this is exactly when and where AD&D comes to play. You can be in an accident, and if you have only a life insurance, sometimes they're going to pay out some benefits. And if you are in an accident, you lose a limb, an eye, or a leg, or a knee, your life insurance will not pay out. That's why people sometimes they have it. It's not too expensive. It's easy to get. It protects you in cases of accident. What does ADAD do for you or for the owner of the policy? What does it do? ADND. It provides coverage. It provides coverage. What type of coverage? Insurance coverage. It provides to you in case of death or dismemberment by a tragic accident. AD&D can come of the form of standalone. You can get that policy by itself, standalone, or you can have it as a rider. It can be attached to a normal life insurance. Whether it's standalone or a rider, it provides coverage in time of death or dismemberment by a tragic accident. How does AD&D work? How does it work? AD&D policies, they are often considered a special type of insurance protection. Think of them as part of your life insurance. It could be part of your life. Also, it could be a disability. And you will see exactly why they call it like this. Take the first option. Better yet, let's talk about accidental death. Unlike, and for us to understand that better, we're going to have to try to attempt to make some differences between AD&D and life insurance. Unlike a standard life insurance, AD&D will life insurance will pay out after your death, no matter the cause. However, AD&D will only pay you out for accidental death, for death that comes from accident or from injuries. It could be either death or injuries, but the specification here for your AD&D policy to pay you out it has to be the death or the injuries have to be accidental. Your policy will identify what type of accident leading to death or injuries will pay out. Not all of them. You will see some policies that will preclude you, prevent you, that will tell you not to be engaged in certain type of activities like hiking, or somebody who likes to do scuba diving. Those will not be included. And if you die from hiking, scuba diving, those activities are excluded. Your policy will not pay out, and they will tell you. And there will be some other type of high risk hobbies that, if the death occurs from either of those things, your AD&D policy will not pay out. However, while you are driving your car, you have an accident. AD&D policy will pay out. There is a fire in your house, or somebody is passing by and shoots you. You get shot. You are on the subway, in the train, or in an airplane. You have an accident. Your AD&D policy will pay out for that. This is why they will tell you that AD&D is also, or is a type, or is attached, is like your life insurance, because if you die, and you die from a cause that is listed in your policy, your AD&D policy will pay out. Now, let's get the second part, which is injury, or the actual word they use is dismemberment, meaning you are losing, or you lost a limb, or your activities are restricted because you cannot walk after you had an accident. The key word always have to be accidental. That's the key word, accidental. The first A in AD and D. How is it now? When you sign up, you enroll on a life insurance, on an AD&D policy, whether it's standalone or as a rider, there is some type of calculation or formula that they use to put a value on your limb, to put a value on your limbs, meaning that if you lose a leg, it will pay out, it might pay out less or more than if you lose your eye or your arm. And there is a calculation that the insurance policies they use to pay you out when you have an accidental dismemberment. Dismemberment has to be accidental, and it pays out if you survive an accident but you lose a limb, or for some policies, if you suffer paralysis or another serious injury. Losing a limb can bring many expenses, like your hospital bills, your physical therapy, or a possible prosthetic arm, or your income. You can lose that. Because of that, dismemberment coverage is likely perform like a disability insurance, because they will pay you while you cannot work. They will pay you while you suffer. They will pay you while you are recovering. Typically, when it comes to injuries or dismemberment injuries, as I said before, the policy will pay you out, but there is a percentage that corresponds to each limb. For example, a company may pay 50% of the death benefit if you lose your arm. Your arm's one or two. And if you losing multiple limbs, they will say you lose one arm 50%. Or they can say you lose one arm and you lose one knee. They can say 10%. And they say you lose one eye, it could be 20%. Or you lose, what else can you lose? A piece of your hair could be 5%. And they're gonna add all this together to pay you out. Those numbers are fictional, they are non-fictional. Don't worry about them. Not all the companies have the same calculation. A company can pay 50 for one arm, while another company or other companies will pay 60 or 40 for that same arm. So when you are shopping for AD&D, make sure you got the right company. Make sure that you see their calculations to make sure that you will get the best benefit if you happen to be in an accident. Now, how is AD&D? That's a good question that I'm sure that you are dying to ask. How is AD&D different from a standard life insurance? That's a good question, and I will try to answer that for you. But remember, if you want to know more about those things, if you want to enroll on AD&D, whether standalone or as a rider, contact a financial manager. They will give you the right information, or you can type yes as a comment and I will contact you within 24 hours, or you can go to my website apostrophe that management and you'll be able to contact me and I will reach out to you so we can get you insured, so to make sure that you are ready for your retirement. Let's establish the difference between AD&D and life insurance. Life insurance is a policy that you have. It pays you when you die. Better yet, it pays whoever you select as your benefit. You die, your family, your sister, whoever you chose as your primary or your contingent will be getting that money from the insurance company. The AD&D policy, it pays you out, it pays you a death benefit only if you die, but the death has to be accidental. Like standard life insurance coverage, if you die or when you die, the AD&D policy pays a death benefit to the policy named beneficiary. Once again, they are related. When I say they pay you, they pay your estate. You die, you have a life insurance, your family will get the money. You die, you have a AD&D policy, your family will get the money. But you have to say in your policy who is your beneficiary. But if you die and your death is not considered accidental, your AD&D don't come to play. Your life insurance come to play. Let me say it for you again. This time, slow up. You die, you have a life insurance. If you die from natural causes, old age, cancer, something happened, your life insurance will pay out. Same, this only for life insurance. And once again, you die, and they determine that the way you die is accidental. If the cause is on your policy as a acceptable cause of death, they will pay out. But this time it will be your AD&D that will pay out, not your life insurance. Either way, your family or your beneficiary will receive the money that you have. So how is it different? The difference is both of them pay, but one will pay of natural causes, and the other one will pay for for death that occurs from accident. My advice is that whether you have money or not, or better yet, if you don't have life insurance, you can go have AD&D. But I wouldn't advise anyone to have AD&D as the sole or the only insurance policy, because this will pay you only if your death is caused by is due to an accident. The benefit, the advantages, one of the advantages of AD&D is that you have an accident, but you survive the accident, you don't die, you cannot go to work. AD&D will pay you some money till you go to work, but your life insurance will not pay you anything. If you have life insurance, you are in an accident, you didn't die, you cannot work, you cannot work, you cannot touch anything, your life insurance will not pay you any benefit. But if you have AD&D, AD&D will kick in and pay you until you can go back on your feet to go back to work. So, which one is the best? To have your AD&D as a standard alone, or to have it as a rider? Once again, your financial manager will tell you exactly what you need to do, but the decision will be in your hand. So, how do I get AD&D insurance? In many cases, AD&D is not too expensive, is cheaper than standard life insurance, because AD&D does not offer the same comprehensive coverage. That's why it's cheaper. Two type of insurances, they're the same thing, but one is less comprehensive than the other ones. AD&D policy, you can purchase it as before, as a standalone, or as a rider to a standard life insurance, or as a part of group life insurance. One thing I will be talking to you about later when we talk about the group life insurance, the differences and the advantages of getting equal insurance versus a individual life insurance. Let's talk about now AD&D rider. Riders can often be added to your life insurance policy. When you do that, you will have a normal life insurance and you will pay extra. You will pay more to have your AD&D. AD&D. Let's see if we can make it easier for you. You have let's say that you have your car insurance, to make it easier for you, and you don't have towing right now, you want to add towing. Your insurance will tell you, okay, you can add towing, you can have towing by itself, but for this case you have to add towing. You will, if the amount per month was $50, they're gonna ask you to add $2. Donc you add your towing as a rider to your main life insurance, or what they call gap insurance. That's a type of rider that you can use. But we're not going to say too much on that, because it's a different type of insurance that I'm not qualified to talk about. If when you are a rider, when you add AD&D to a standard life insurance, you are automatically covered when you have an accident, or if you die due to an accident, and your beneficiary will get two money: your life insurance money and your accident, depending on the cause of the accident. So now, If you have AD&D as a rider, AD. So when you see AD&D, you will see an ampersand. I don't know how to make it. That's why I write N for you. If you die because of an accident, your beneficiary will receive both the life insurance policy death benefit and the benefit from the rider, which I already said. When you have your AD&D attached or riding on your life insurance, when you die, your family will get both the life insurance money and the AD&D money. Now, let's talk about the standalone. And after I explain them to you, you will make your own decision to know which one you want to get. Either way, it is inexpensive for the coverage. It offers, due to is a low likelihood of something will happen. People live all their life, never be an accident. Yes, they are sick, but they never an accident like they never get hit by a vehicle or nobody ever shot them or they just lucky like this. So because it's a standalone, because it's low risk, because it's not there is less likely that you will be in an accident. That's why it's so cheap to have. Most of the loan policy exclude certain high risk hobbies. As I said before, scuba diving. I have not seen any AD&D that include scuba diving. They always take it out because they know if you have a AD&D, they will tell you if you die or if your accident is for while you were scuba diving, your AD&D will not pay you out any benefit. But if you are in a car accident, you will be paying your AD&D policy will pay you out. Who needs AD&D? Or I have to tell you also that you can have your AD&D in a group life insurance, but it's something that later I will touch because it's kind of more complicated. It's like when you have a company that offers you life insurance along with several other employees. Who need AD&D? That's a good question. Do we need AD&D? I will say yes, but who needs AD&D or who need AD&D? Many insurance professionals don't recommend AD&D as your only form of life insurance. Meaning that if you go talk to a financial manager or advisor, he or she will tell you have both. Don't have it by itself because the likelihood of you being accident is slim to none. But everybody need it. You don't know when bad things will happen to you. In some instances, in several cases, it is always advisable. Any insurance professional will advise you to have a AD&D attached to your life insurance or to have a life insurance on one side and AD&D on the other side. And if you are young and you lack financial resources that you need to pay for a full or a standard life insurance coverage, you can get it too. And if your lifestyle, so if you like to travel, you like to be in like car race, you like to drive a lot, and I'm telling you, we have so many bad drivers out there. It's always good to have it. I know that your car insurance already covered that, but not only for car insurance. If you like to fly airplanes, some people pay $25 to just ride in a helicopter. You never know when something will happen to you. That's why you need to get it. But if after you listen, you watch this class, if you are considering an AD&D policy or thinking about buying life insurance, you can talk to any licensed professional. If you don't know any, contact me. I will link you up with 10,000. Or I can link you up with me and I will show you. I will show you. I will help you explore your options to make sure that I get you or how to find the right insurance for you in your needs and for your family future, and also to prepare for your retirement. Professor Rousseau, class in session, apostrophe podcast, and today we spoke about AD&D, which is accidental death and dismemberment. Thank you. See you next week.